The following is a production of the Department of Broadcasting at Western Illinois University.
Live from Salee Hall in high definition. News 3 starts now.
On our show this morning, the trial of a 2-year-old case of sexual assault. Ahead, what recent technology has uncovered from evidence collected back in 2013. Plus, severe weather is barreling through the Midwest in the next couple of days. You're looking live at our regional radar. As you can see, no storms overhead right now, but severe weather watches are being issued to our west, and all that activity is heading our way today. News 3's Nicholas Stewart joins us later with the Storm Team 3 forecast.
And the identity of crash victims returning to Bloomington from the Final Four have been released. Reaction from the ISU school officials and colleagues around the state later in sports.
But first, the votes are in and have been counted. Good morning, Macomb. I'm Shanae Glasgow.
And I'm Colleen Judge. The city of Macomb has spoken, and Mike Inman will be leading the charge for 4 more years.
Inman ran uncontested, winning the mayoral race with 100% of the vote. Inman was first elected back in 2011 and will be the mayor of our city until at least 2019. Stay tuned a little later in the show as the mayor himself will be with us here in studio.
Moving on to the city of Macomb alderman races. 2 people ran for wards 1, 3, and 4, and in some races, familiar faces are returning. The first race we'll take a look at is for first ward alderman. The 2 candidates that ran were Joshua Jefferson against incumbent Mike Whalen. The winner of the ward is Mike Whalen. Ward 1 covers the northwest parts of the city and the area near Spring Lake.
For third ward alderman, the 2 candidates running for the office were Melvina Gilbert and Greg Houston. Gilbert won 2/3 of the vote last night and will remain the third ward alderman. She took over the position last summer after her husband Lou Gilbert died in office. Ward 3 covers the northeast section of Macomb. For Ward 4, Thomas Cook ran against incumbent Dave Dorsett. The winner of that race is Cook, as he won nearly 62% of the vote. The 4th ward covers the southern area of Macomb near the Macomb Junior-Senior High School.
The proposed county sales tax increase was also on the ballot Tuesday night. The state sales tax at 6.25%, but the county sales tax is currently 0.5%. And the county has spoken. There will be a new tax increase passing with 70% of the votes. The money raised from this increase will help fix county roads. At
Monday night's city council meeting, a hot topic to increase water and sewer fees was approved. Some Macomb residents felt the increase should be by usage, not by a set amount. News 3 spoke to Dana Walker, and he expressed his feeling on the issue.
Say the YMCA across the street from me, they use 100 times the amount of water than I use, at least, per month. And they're paying $4 a month, my understanding anyway, and I'm paying $4 a month. Now, how can that even be considered when their contribution to the sewer plant and the water they use is 100 times the amount that I use? It's just not right.
While some residents are upset about the increase, city officials say this is a must. Both water and sewer rates will increase $2 each. Mayor Mike Inman says the EPA requires the city to charge a flat rate in order to pay back loans.
Whether it's a small minimum use residential or a large institution or manufacturing complex, the infrastructure to get that water there is still the same, the cost of getting it there. And I think that's what the council at the end of the day took on as their position.
Residents should expect to see the increase on their bill beginning in May.
The McLean County Coroner has released the identities of the passengers who died in a plane crash early Tuesday morning. The twin-engine plane was carrying 7 passengers back to Bloomington from the NCAA Final Four game on Monday. 4 of the 7 victims had to be identified by their dental records. The 2 Illinois State faculty were killed. Danny Fry will have more on the deaths of the 2 ISU athletic department staffers, as well as a reaction from WIU President Jack Thomas.
It's been more than 2 years since former WIU student Aaron Zetterlund was charged with allegedly taking pictures of and raping an unconscious 20-year-old woman.
The trial got underway here in Macomb only a few days ago, and News 3's Johnny Cather has been sitting in the courtroom to get us the first-hand details. Johnny?
Thanks, guys. Today marks the 3rd consecutive day of trial for Aaron Zetterlund. The 24-year-old Keokuk native faces charges of criminal sexual assault, a Class 1 felony here in Illinois. If convicted, Zetterlund could be looking at 4 to 15 years of mandatory incarceration. That's according to the Illinois Criminal Code. The trial began on Monday morning in the McDonough County Courthouse, and family and friends of both the victim and the defendant were present. Zetterlund, as if he were completely unaware of the weight and severity of the charges against him, laughed and joked with his family before the trial officially began. The victim, who we will not be naming for her own privacy, sat front and center, mere feet from her alleged assailant. Over the course of a day and a half, 9 witnesses took the stand, with more expected to do so this morning. Police officers, detectives, forensic scientists, eyewitnesses, even the victim took the podium to testify against the defendant. Ethan Dio, the alleged accessory to the crime, is currently undergoing his own trial for an unauthorized video recording charge. He was the 9th witness to take the stand and did so late yesterday afternoon. Dio says he and Zetterlund have known each other since high school and were in the bedroom together when the assault allegedly took place. Dio, who admits to filming Zetterlund's actions with his cell phone, had it seized by Macomb police back in 2013. The court, the jurors, and the defendant's friends and family looked on in horror and disgust as Dio's cell phone video of the assault was played as evidence. The victim and her family understandably left the courtroom at this point in the trial. The bedroom was very dark at the time the video was recorded, but the audio was clear as day. Sounds such as Zetterlund's belt being undone, the bed creaking, and Dio encouraging his friend as he sexually assaults an unconscious 20-year-old woman all seemed to be heard. Dio, seemingly embarrassed and ashamed, watched on as the video that he thought was deleted forever was played before a judge, jury, and state's attorney. The trial adjourned yesterday before Dio's cross-examination from the defense, and it picked up this morning at 9. The jury is expected to come to a verdict on Zetterlund's case at some point today, and we'll make sure to bring you that news as it breaks. For News 3, I'm Johnny Cather.
Thanks, Johnny. Western Illinois University President Jack Thomas has named Kathy Newman as interim provost of WIU beginning May 20th. Newman is currently the Dean of the College of Business and Technology. Newman has also served as Associate Provost of WIU since July of 2012. According to University Relations, a national search for a provost will begin immediately.
With the warm season fast approaching, you may be thinking of hitting the gym to slim down your shape for swim season.
And it's not too late to start to get that summer physique and make yourself look years younger. An expert interviewed by Health Magazine says from glowing skin to a better posture, a regular workout can shave years off of your appearance. Researchers at the Canadian University found frequent exercisers over age 40 had more elastic skin than those who got less activity.
If you are tossing and turning at night, experts say a regular workout can help you fall asleep more easily and get into deeper REM sleep. A recent study found getting at least 150 minutes of exercise a week boosted sleep quality 65%. And if you want to stand a bit taller as you age, do some strength training. Building your core supports your spine and creates a better posture.
I don't know about that.
I know, I need to work on that.
There's a new national champion in women's college basketball.
And later in sports, Danny Fry recaps the action from last night's matchup between Notre Dame and UConn. Can the Huskies capture their 10th title?
And next, Macomb Mayor Mike Inman joins us to talk about the future of Macomb the morning after winning the city's election.
Right now it's a warm and muggy start to the morning here in Macomb. You can look outside and you see that fog that's pretty persistent with us the last several days. A lot of moisture moving ahead of the storm system. Your mic
on? Sometimes all it takes to be a dad is remembering how to be a kid again. Take time to be a dad today.
Hi, may I please have an application? Thank you.
Skip the drama. Get your diploma.
Good.
Take that first step towards a better future. Find free adult education classes at finishyourdiploma.org.
I think NEWS3 is great. It's all one common goal. Everybody's trying to be #1. Last year we were #1 in the nation. We beat out Florida and Oklahoma. I get to work with so many professionals. It's a really great experience, and they're always there to help, and it's just all around fun. Jasmine Crichton really does make it a real life experience that most schools maybe not, they don't offer that.
Hart, what's going on? I'm leaving.
Why? What did I do?
Not enough. The pressure's too much. I quit. I get it. I can do better. Just please don't leave.
Don't let your heart quit on you. Get your uncontrolled high blood pressure to a healthy range before it's too late.
Now from Macomb in high definition, you're watching Sinead Glasgow, Emily Manley, Storm Team 3's forecast with Nicholas Stewart, and sports with Danny Fry. Good Morning Macomb continues.
Joining us this morning is Mayor Mike Inman. He was reelected for second term just last night.
Good morning, Sinead. Glad to be here this morning.
Thank you. Mayor, what are you looking forward to with the newly elected aldermen for the next few years?
You know, the good thing about it is that all of our aldermen that were seated or will be seated next month have some experience. We have Mike Wayland in the 1st Ward. We have Tom Cook in the 4th Ward. We have Melly Gilbert in the 3rd Ward. So they're all familiar faces. They know the challenges and the good things that are going on in the city. So we would hope that, you know, it'd be smooth, seamless transition into 4 more years of trying to move the city in a good, positive direction.
Great. And speaking of new people in new positions, let's hear from the Downtown Development Coordinator, Andrea Keene, on her vision of the city of Macomb.
I want to see our downtown become more vitalized. I want to see more people downtown. I want to see it be a hub for where people want to hang out.
How does the city, Mr. Mayor, and Andrea plan to bring business to the area?
I'll just say right up front, Andrea is probably one of our best picks of employees we've had in a good number of years. We're very excited. Obviously, we have some challenges downtown. I will tell you that Andrea's already provided us with some information, 90% occupancy downtown. I think looking around the square, you might get a different opinion. And she's already compared us with folks in Quincy. They're at 91. Galesburg is in the mid-80s. So in perspective, we know the challenges, but again, the perspective is so important. We've got our hands full. We're going to undertake a revitalization of our downtown coming up in the next 2 years. We think that will lead to a if they build it, they will come sort of attitude. We can't expect folks to invest in our downtown if we're not willing to do that. So I think that's the biggest first step we're going to take. And we have constantly, since taking office 4 years ago, been committed to bringing business to Macomb, creating an environment where businesses want to come to Macomb because we can provide them with the market that they need, the support that they need from the city. We understand business is free enterprise, we get that. But we have some incentive programs that are exclusive to the downtown. We've gotten some input, some participation in those. I think we've got the right person in Andrea to make people fully aware of the benefits of those programs. That'll be an excellent first step.
That's great. What business would you like to see come to the downtown?
Well, obviously, the days of the big box store in our downtown are likely gone. What I want to see is a proliferation of niche stores, those kind of stores that you're not finding on either the East or West Jackson corridor. They're not necessarily brand affiliated. A true small business environment downtown where one business complements the other. And we have any variety of those now. We want to broaden that and make sure that it's a destination for people. We have a historic designation down there. We want to capitalize on that.
And switching gears, how much do you think Governor Bruce Rauner's proposed budget cuts will affect the city of Macomb?
Well, obviously, what we have now is, as you stated, proposed budget cuts. We've already had some face-to-face time with the governor. I think that's important. I'll be in Springfield and Quincy tomorrow, meeting with the governor, 2 different locations. The topics will be the same. What I'm encouraged about is the governor has indicated he's got the ability to learn, listen and learn. He's new to that too. But the idea that what he's proposed is not set in stone. That's what we're hearing. That's what we're going to remind him of. We've got to find a balance to what he wants to do at the state level and what we need to see at the local level.
All righty. Well, thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Thanks for having me here. I appreciate it very much.
Thank you. Thank you for joining us again. Repeating myself. As always, News 3 will keep you up to date with the latest information from the city and what goes on around the community. Coming up, Nicholas Stewart will be in the Storm Team 3's Weather Center to tell us what to expect with all this hype about the severe weather that's on its way.
One day, when the glory comes,
It will be ours.
Dr. King, what's your next move?
In March from Selma to Montgomery.
Selma is loud for every man, woman, and child.
We will not wait any longer.
In front of a crowd.
Thine eyes have seen the glory. Glory, glory, hallelujah.
I'm a teacher. Let me tell you what I make. I make learning a privilege, not a chore, and frustration a tool, not an obstacle. I make working hard seem easy and giving up impossible. I make an old subject feel like a fresh thought and unconventional methods common. I'm a teacher. I make more.
Don't worry, 74 people were picked before me in the NFL draft. To fight childhood obesity, United Way and the NFL are helping kids play at least 60 minutes a day.
Okay, time for the team obstacle course. Yay!
What this place needs is more healthy kids. To get involved or donate, go to unitedway.org/play60.
Now I get it.
So they say it's a man's world? I don't see anybody's name on it.
While they were doing their thing, we slowly changed ours.
Today, women can do anything men can do. And there's one thing we're even better at.
So Nick, what do we expect with this? I hear all this severe weather and tornadoes and winds. What can we expect?
Yeah, we are looking at the potential for some severe weather the next few days. There's a slight risk for today, enhanced risk for tomorrow. Slight risk is going to continue throughout the afternoon today. We're going to expect some severe storms later on this afternoon. Taking a look outside right now, you can see those muggy conditions in place in Macomb. Dealing with that fog, we are also pretty warm at 56 degrees. The light wind is keeping that fog sticking around here for the next several hours. Taking a look at the regional radar composite, you can see it's clear for the tri-state region right now, but looking off to the west, we have a severe thunderstorm watch for portions of Missouri that's in effect until 1 p.m. this afternoon. These thunderstorms should weaken as they head towards our region, but we're expecting another round of storms to fire basically in northern Missouri and across eastern Kansas. That'll be our severe weather threat for the next few hours anyway. For tonight, we're going to have this warm front that's going to extend right across our region. We are expecting some isolated showers and thunderstorms developing just south of this warm front in the warm sector. Very warm, moist air, very unstable air, very favorable for severe weather. And these storms will track along the warm front into our area tonight. That'll be our severe weather threat. Looking at the simulated radar, you can see these thunderstorms developing in northern Missouri, moving into our area by about 11 o'clock or about midnight tonight. So we are looking at some rain, showers, and perhaps some severe thunderstorms capable of large hail and damaging winds. You can see the slight risk is the yellow area that's covering our area. The enhanced risk for severe weather that's further off to our south is looking at the more severe threat for severe weather. For Thursday, though, that's when our more severe threat in our area is going to be a bigger issue. Cold front sweeping through Thursday afternoon. We're expecting showers and thunderstorms developing along the cold front. That's going to move in through our region. And again, we have an enhanced risk for severe weather across much of the state of Illinois for your Thursday, so we'll keep a close eye on that. In summary, we are expecting storms Wednesday and Thursday. These storms can turn severe. You can see large hail, damaging wind, and tornadoes with these storms. But we begin to clear up for Friday just in time for your weekend. So for today, we're at about 67 degrees. Again, showers and thunderstorms are very likely. For tonight, we'll get down to about 61 degrees against showers and thunderstorms likely. And looking across the next 5 days, the cold front moves through just in time for Friday, knocking temperatures down below normal again. But sunny conditions begin to build in. Looking at nice weather building in just in time for the weekend. Next chance of rain on Sunday. But again, severe weather threat for the next 2 days, Wednesday and Thursday.
So we'll have a nice weekend, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, the weekend will be nice. We have just a few days to go over it.
Good.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Danny, what do you have for us in sports?
Well, I have this. Up next in sports, UConn's quest for a 10th women's basketball title, plus the developing story of a deadly plane crash involving 2 Illinois State Athletic Department staff members. That is next on Good Morning Macomb.
Adopting a new pet is a rewarding experience. And shelter pets make super pets. Your new best friend will steal your heart, bring you happiness, and enrich your life for years to come. You can make a difference in the life of an animal. Adopt and bring home a shelter pet today. To find out more, visit theshelterpetproject.org.
What did you want to be when you grew up? Now, how do you make it happen? Think purple, think success, think Western Illinois University.
Here is my handle and here is my spout.
When I get all steamed up, then I shout.
Tip me over and pour me out. Oh. The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Cheers. Take time to be a dad today.
Cook foods to the right temperature using a food thermometer. 3,000 Americans will die from food poisoning this year. Check your steps at foodsafety.gov.
Welcome back. I'm Danny Fry with sports. 7 people were killed early Tuesday morning when their small plane crashed, leaving the NCAA men's basketball tournament in Indianapolis. The victims include Illinois State University Associate Head Men's Basketball Coach Tori Ward and the university's Deputy Athletic Director Aaron Leach. The plane went down 2 miles from Central Illinois Regional Airport in Bloomington. Tuesday afternoon, Illinois State University President Larry Dietz released this statement. Aaron Leach and Tori Ward were among 7 people who died when their plane they were traveling in crashed near Bloomington. Both men were well-respected and much-loved colleagues in our athletics department. I join with the Redbird Athletics family and the entire campus in mourning the loss of these 2 members and the others aboard. Our thoughts and prayers are with their families. Western Illinois University President Jack Thomas also released a statement in regards to the tragedy at Illinois State. Our deepest condolences are with the Illinois State University community following the loss of Aaron Leach, Deputy Director for External Operations and Men's Associate Basketball Head Coach Tori Ward. We join our partner in the Missouri Valley Football Conference in the sorrow over the deaths of these 2 young men and the other individuals who also perished. Our thoughts and prayers are with the families and with the Illinois State University athletics program and the Illinois State University community. Funeral arrangements for the victims have not been announced yet. On Monday, the Summit League office announced that WIU freshman second baseman Colin Pogue was named the Summit League Baseball Player of the Week. Pogue delivered 6 RBIs in the Leathernecks' 16-5 victory over number 24 Iowa, including the game-ending grand slam. He dominated Omaha as well, batting .368 in the series. Pogue and the Leathernecks welcome in Oral Roberts to Alfred D. Boyer Stadium for a 3-game series, with Game 1 starting Friday at 3 o'clock. The 26th annual Lee Calhoun Memorial Invitational is slated to begin this Thursday. Area college track and field teams will flock to Hanson Field. The event is named after Lee Calhoun, a 2-time gold medalist in the Olympics and Western Illinois track and field head coach from 1980 until his death in 1989. Tom Cornelis was named the Leatherneck Club Quad Cities coordinator. Cornelis, a 1971 graduate of Western Illinois, is a retired television personality in the Quad Cities area. He will help expand Leatherneck Club membership and outreach in the Quad Cities area. On Tuesday night, NCAA women's basketball crowned a champion in Tampa Bay, Florida. The question was, would UConn claim its 10th title or could Notre Dame pull off the upset? Start out here, Brianna Stewart of UConn tweaks her ankle early in the game, but she stays in, buries a long jumper as she seemed just fine. UConn led 31-23 at halftime. Then Brianna Turner beats the shot clock with the bank shot. Notre Dame within 6 in the second half. UConn answers quickly. Mariah Jefferson drives the lane untouched for the easy layup. UConn on the run again. Kalena Mosqueda-Lewis bringing UConn some cushion, burying the three from the right wing. And then the Huskies. Mosqueda-Lewis again, bringing the Huskies their 10th title, 63-53 over the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Mosqueda-Lewis finished with 15 points. Third straight for UConn for Coach Gino Auriemma and his UConn Huskies. What an accomplishment.
Yeah, I'm a Notre Dame fan, so I mean, it was a little bit of a heartbreak for me, but I guess I'll give it to UConn. They've done it again. So.
I don't know why. I guess I wore my UConn colors today.
Yeah, I see that.
But
I
not
the memo.
Not really. Well, I bet you did if you're a Notre Dame fan.
Next time, I guess I'll have to plan accordingly.
We'll send a mass text. It'll be fun.
Thanks, Danny. We'll be back with a final look at your weather after this.
Today, 1 out of every 4 American kids is Hispanic. That means many of the future doctors who will care for us, the engineers who will build our cities, the scientists and entrepreneurs of our country can be your kids. We all know how hard it is for you to send them to college. This is why we want you to know you are not alone. And every day more people support you to make it happen. Many support you. And the Hispanic Scholarship Fund helps you prepare, plan, and pay for your kids' college education. HSF.net.
Life's taught me a lot, and I'm ready for more.
Well, you're not the typical kind of candidate that I hire. But you are exactly what I'm looking for.
Your company could be missing out on the candidates it needs most. Learn how to find a great pool of untapped talent at gradsoflife.org.
Connor is struggling in school.
Finding lowest airfare to Istanbul.
Why don't you understand me?
I do. This is what it feels like for kids with learning and attention issues. Redirecting to understood.org.
No more pencils, no more books, no more teachers, dirty looks.
School's out
for summer.
What this place needed was better graduation rates. So we worked with schools like Henry Ford High, and now they're up 18%. To help us do more good this year, go to unitedway.org, because great things happen when we live united.
Stories, they happen everywhere. At NEWS3, we go the distance and tell them firsthand. Across the region,
the tornadoes tore through a neighborhood in Washington, Illinois.
Across the state.
Here at the state capitol in Springfield for the gubernatorial race.
Across generations.
We have a lot of people that are very dedicated, who are all volunteers.
The stories that inform us, the stories that move us, the stories that matter from a fresh perspective.
So Nick, you have our final look at our weather, maybe severe?
Yes, we're going to take one more look at the severe forecast for the next few days. Again, here's the Storm Prediction Center outlook for today. That yellow area that Macomb is sitting in is your slight risk. We're looking at the potential for large hail and damaging winds. The enhanced risk is further south as we're looking at more of your tornado threat. Severe weather threat continues into your day on Thursday tomorrow. Right now, it looks like Macomb will sit just on the initiation point for those severe thunderstorms along the cold front. They should start basically right in Macomb and move east through the state of Illinois. So we could be looking at, again, large hail, damaging wind, or even a potential for some tornadoes locally as well. And then your 5-day forecast, again, we're dealing with that severe weather both Wednesday and Thursday. Warmer up to 75 beautiful degrees tomorrow. Never a good sign when that's this early in the season. So.
All right. Yeah. Well, it's something to look forward to. Thanks for keeping us up to date.
Will do.
Thanks for waking up with us today on Good Morning Macomb. For Danny Fry, I'm Colleen Judd.
And for Nicholas Stewart, I'm Shanae Glasgow. We'll stay on top of your news overnight and bring you the latest updates on our Facebook page. Find us at News3 WIU.
Have a great morning, Macomb.